Hello. Okay, welcome to my rug hook and talk show. The camera's a little lower than usual. I'm blocking the rug, so you're not going to see my face, but you'll probably be able to see a little bit more of the rug and what I'm doing. The rug is finished, and it's curly, so it needs to get blocked, and that's when we steam it. Pretty simple. It's not a very big, tedious thing. It's quite easy and relaxing. So I just use a napkin, a linen napkin. You could use a towel. Make sure it's clean. Doesn't have stains on it because it'll kind of maybe sometimes give a little odor to the rug or something if there's something on it. Okay, so basically it's flat. It's on my ironing board right now. As you can see, I'm just smoothing it out. And you start in little portions. This one's small, so it's not going to take long to do. And basically you're steaming it. I just fill this up with a lot of water and it steams, and that's pretty much it. There really shouldn't be much of a situation. That's about it. It's just going around and flat. Make it nice and flat. And that's pretty much blocking a rug. So some people leave it overnight nice and flat. They don't touch it until then, and you could do that too. I've even put books over them, heavy books, my rug hooking books, and it does come out nice and flat like that. So again, I'm just doing the corners. The corners seem to take the most, they need the most help. So that's it. Nothing extraordinary to do, and it works quite well. I do it on the back of the rug. This is the back that I'm blocking from, but again, you could also leave it flat overnight in the same spot right on the ironing board. People don't move it, I've heard. I'm not all crazy about that, so that's it. This is pretty much blocked, and I might just go around the edges a little bit more, but that's pretty much it. This is still a little curly here, if you could see. It's still kind of curling up right over here, so I'm going to go over that, okay? And get it nice and flat. That's the idea. You want it nice and flat, and eventually it does flatten out. Sometimes it takes a little bit extra blocking to do that. And I do it with steam. Some people wet the tea towel or the towel they're using, or they spray it, and then they do a dry iron. I just use steam. I think it works really good, and I like that. Okay, so as you can see, a whole lot flatter now. And that's pretty much blocking the rug. Okay. I'm going to give this side another go round because it still seems a little curly. And you'll notice the corners definitely tend to curl up a little bit more. So that's it. So we've come to the end of this rug. And in a little while, I'm going to show you my new rug that I'm starting. And it is a geometric. I did the design on it, and I'll show you. So this looks really good. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to put this back on the desk and bring you to see it, and that's where I'm going to glue my label. So just bear with me. I'm coming back for you. Okay, so here we go. I'm coming back. Let's see if I could show you a shot. Okay, it's totally done. It is 100% finished. If you could see that, I'm going to try to get a shot without a shadow, which is kind of hard, but there you go. So I'm going to just put this down for now so you can kind of see what I'm working on. Let's get this a little plugged in there. Okay. And how is this? Not great, but I'm hanging in there, folks. It's cutting my head off. Okay. So as long as you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so as you know, I have my little label, and it looks like that. And you can get these made up very inexpensively off the internet. And there you go. Okay, so I just take a little glue. I know glue and rug hooking is not supposed to be together in the same sentence. Excuse me one second. I'm going to try to put this up a little higher so I am not cut off. Let's see how that goes. Yay! That came out pretty good. Okay. There you go. Okay. Excellent. I'm back. Okay, so like I was saying, glue and rug hooking usually should never be said in the same sentence. I know that people get very weird about glue because years ago they glued this latex to the back. And if something happened to the rug, it was very difficult to repair it because all that rubber backing was there, and I understand that. I glue this to the twill tape. So if there is a problem with the rug edge and we need to lift up the twill tape, you could always just snip it because the little stitches that are there are easy to snip. So this gets glued onto the twill tape. I don't put any glue onto the rug itself or the stitches or the loops or anything, so please don't be nervous. I usually glue right in the center and the back of my rug. So I will put a little glue on here. And this glue is very, very permanent, so you don't have to worry. Okay. That's it. Okay. I'm looking for my permanent marker. I see it right over here. Okay. So this is the marker I was talking about. It's a Sharpie, and it's for laundry. So you could wash this, and this is never fading or coming out. But you'll obviously never be washing this rug per se and soaking it. And I'll go over how I clean my rugs from time to time. Most of them are not in high traffic areas, so I don't really have to worry, but you do want to clean them from time to time and take debris out. So what I do with this is I put the year. I don't get into the month or whatever. I put the year that it was completed, and it's 2014. And that's all I do. I just put a 2014 on that. And that's a finished rug. So as you can see the label on there. And I will hold this up again so you can see the finished product. And I really like the way it came out. I love the background. So what I'm working on next is something different, a geometric, okay? And I'm just going to put this to the side for now. And I'm going to swing you around to the bottom over here. So I'll be off camera again for a minute or two until you can kind of see what I'm doing down here. Okay, so this is my floor. I'm on the floor, and that's where I like to do my rug designs, believe it or not. Only because what's really cool about working on the floor with your rug design is it's nice and flat, so that's very convenient. But you also get to stand up and look at your rug from a distance of where it will usually be viewed anyway. Unless it's a small mat, then obviously if you're working on a small mat, you could work on a tabletop and you don't have to worry about that. But this is going in my bedroom next to my bed. And so I wanted to do a geometric. And so what I did was I just cut out a little diamond shape in cardboard, and I positioned the middle one at the very top in the middle of this rug, and I just repeated the pattern until I got to the end, and then I added my border from wherever it ended. So I'll give you a quick peek so you could kind of see what that looks like. Okay, I'm going to hold it up way up high so you could see it on the floor too. How's that? See? So basically that's it. I was going to add some other little diamonds in between. Not sure if I'm going to do that because I really don't want it very busy, the rug, per se. I would like it, here we go. I would kind of like it more simplified. I don't want it busy with a lot of design work in it. I want this to be a very simple rug. My room is very, very simple and plain. It's just gray and white with a very small amount of any other color in it, and it's really very restful and peaceful. I like it like that, so I don't really want to add any new color in. So basically, the background and the outline of these diamonds are going to be in gray, and all the middle and all the diamonds are going to be gray and a tone of blue. It's usually going to be a very light blue, and that's what I'm thinking of doing. So it just blends in really nice with my rug on my floor. Just a nice added little design. And that's basically where we're at for today. So as you can see, it's drawn. This has a selvage on one end right here. This is already selvaged. So I have to machine stitch all around the other three ends. And then this is done. And then I can start thinking about what kind of colors I want to do. And I'm just going to lift you back up here so we can come over here. I'm not sure what colors, what materials yet. I know I wanted to do both yarn and linen on this one for those who hook with yarn. So I have some very beautiful colors, and I'm going to show them to you right now, so you could see what I'm up against. I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot in the way of yarn. I'm going to show you what I do have in my light colors, and these beautiful. This is a beautiful gray. It's a very this is like the color of my. Probably my walls are a little bit lighter than this, but I have this, and I thought this would be pretty to add in. It is a variegated blue. This is a yarn, believe it or not, that came from Red Clover Rugs when that was a business. Amy Oxford now does her punch needle rug hooking, which is so beautiful, and I love it. I just love her yarns, and I don't punch needle. I use a regular hook, but for those who do it, they love this. And this is the original Red Clover rug yarn, so I have a little of this left. I even have it in a darker blue, but I'm saving that for like a night sky or something. I think that's kind of cool. So that's the blue that I have with the gray. So I'm very limited with color. I also have this pretty light blue. And what I want to do is, these two are two different blues, so I probably won't put them in the same rug, because I really kind of want it, like I said, a very serene looking rug. So I think this and this look pretty nice together. And I am taking a trip to Seal Harbor Rugs in Vermont, in Dorset, Vermont, and I'm going to be staying in Dorset, and it's in Manchester. So it's a very long trip from my home, but I am hoping to get some footage of the shop and bring home a lot of beautiful yarn. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I do have some really nice gray flannel that I just found at a shop, and got it at the Goodwill. And it was relatively inexpensive, $5 for I think it was like a size 16 or 18 flannel wool skirt. So I got a lot of yardage. It's washed, it's ready to roll, and that's going in the rug. That is probably going to outline all the diamonds. I want to do an outline of the diamonds and then fill them in with the colors, which I think will be really pretty. And they will be different grays and very pale blues, and like a gray blue and pale blue, that sort of thing. So I think we're going to do, every other diamond is going to be gray, and then every other diamond will be a blue tone. I think will look really pretty. So I'm very excited about that, and that will be sometime next week, and hopefully you will tune in, and I will give you an idea. I'm going to show you the beautiful yarn that I get from Seal Harbor, and that's about it. I'm very excited to take the trip, and next week my Anderson rug frame will be in, so this is all very exciting. It's a new frame, It's a new trip to a new state, rug yarn store that I've never been to. And it's a new design. I've never worked on a geometric. So I'm very excited to work on this, and I think it's going to come out really, really nice. So this is what I'm working on, and I hope that you've been enjoying the journey with my latest little mat that's going to find a home somewhere upstairs, and that'll sit overnight and dry, and that little tag will be nice on there, nice and strong, and it will not be glued into the rug. So if you're watching me and you're kind of fretting like, what is she doing? It's not on the rug, so I'm not going to get too concerned and too worried about it. So basically, sorry for being off camera, but I just wanted to quickly show you. This is what I do. I sketch out a design to give myself an idea if I like it. As you could see, there was another set of little diamonds in between. I really, after I thought about it and looked at it and put it on the floor, and that's the beauty of putting a rug on the floor as you're designing it, and then you stand up and you can look and see, is that going to work for me? And I've changed, and I'm sure most rug hookers out there will always say the same thing. They've changed up their design from the original. And you change this color, that color, the background, the border. I don't want a border. I'm going to add a border. I need more border. So I want a very simple rug. This one will probably just have maybe 2 rows or 3 rows of gray around the edge as a border. I want it very simple. I almost want it to kind of just very lightly blend in with the rug that's already there on my floor, the carpeting. So I'm excited. And basically, just so I could show you, I had another little diamond piece cut out for that. And so, you know, this is a more of an exact geometric design, but I saw one where these were just kind of off to the side all across, and you know, you could have just 2 or 3 floating and a crazy beautiful background. Anything goes. It's your rug. You try it, you do it, and don't worry about it. This wasn't exactly a straight line, or you know, now don't worry. Give it a try. It's a rug. It's not the end of the world. It's just a rug. So with that being said, I want to wish you all a great weekend or a great evening, because you might not be watching this and a weekend's coming up, so it's all good. But I want to wish you well, and until we meet again, happy hooking.